last plane, to the last bullet, to the last minute, to the last man, we fight! We fight! We fight! We fight! We fight! We fight!
The NFL might still be absent from Los Angeles, but the city recently welcomed a team from a different professional sports league. The Los Angeles Aviators brought professional ultimate frisbee to LA this summer as the newest addition to the American Ultimate Disc League.
About 4 years ago, I saw that the professional league was starting, and I emailed the league right away, and I was like, I want to be involved. So we just talk about what it's going to take to have a team in LA and trying to figure out if we could actually make it viable and exist.
Starting a new team from scratch in the LA market proved to be a difficult task for the Aviators ownership group.
Our expectations, we tried to, even though we have a large population here, we tried to sort of curb them into something more reasonable based on what other franchises had done. We were right in that zone of like, if we can get 400 fans out on average to a game, we'll be golden.
With so many professional and collegiate sports in the Los Angeles area, the Aviators faced an uphill battle drawing fans to their games and targeted two demographics to help fill the stands.
We knew that the college demographic was going to be easy for us. Almost every college in the United States has an ultimate team. After that, we know this sport is perfect for kids. Kids 12, 10, 9, they love it.
The Aviators are one part of a quickly expanding AUDL. The league started in 2012 with only 8 teams. 3 years later, the league consists of 25 teams from the US and Canada.
I think that the league wants to get a hold on all the major markets as soon as possible. And since everybody's an individual franchise, the league can support them in a certain way, but it's sort of up to those individual franchises to know their demographics and know their city and build it from there.
Hussein Carnegie has played in the AUDL since the league's conception and has seen major improvements.
All the Western Division teams have had really good crowds every game that we've played. I think they've done a really good job sort of like upping the production value.
Despite the AUDL's increasing popularity, the league is not at a point where its players can live off their professional ultimate salaries.
So almost everyone who's playing, I'm pretty sure, is either working full-time or in school or working part-time. It makes the balance kind of difficult because you're trying to figure out how to juggle work with training, with playing, with travel, and it's a pretty big time commitment.
For professional ultimate to continue to grow, there are several misconceptions the sport must first overcome.
Every time I talk to anybody about it, even relatives, they think I'm either talking about frisbee golf, they think I'm talking about frisbee with dogs, or that it's a bunch of hippies running around barefoot and they're not real athletes. And when they see a game or they see how hard our athletes work, it just, every once in a while we can just sort of shift that needle and hopefully people will begin to, respect it as a legitimate sport.
For major cities such as Phoenix who do not yet have a professional ultimate team, that might change in the next few years.
I think that a lot of the cities are itching for it from a fan base. Now, just because people want it doesn't mean it can necessarily be sustainable in those cities. Because you're sort of this new thing in a big city, a lot of people aren't really gonna listen to you right away. So start early, make sure you've got the finances in order and you know that you're really getting into basically a full-time job.
In Los Angeles for Cronkite News, I'm Ari K.